One of the things I have found myself doing for almost 40 years in this business is telling people how to landscape kind of the perimeter of their house, because everybody wants to know how to solve foundation planting around their house. So like a lot of the energy of gardening goes into how do I take care of a mailbox planting around a foundation, maybe some screening plants, and that just kind of defines what people think about gardening or landscaping. And I've always had a different view of it, is that I want to enjoy it myself. You know, that looking out a window over a foundation planting at a neighbor directly across the street or directly behind you is not appealing to me. You know, so where Steph and I do have foundation plants, there are plants planted around the foundation. It was like the least of our concerns. We did not start at the foundation and work out. We actually started from the middle in both cases, in the front garden and back here. This was the priority planting space for the back garden. Now, we don't have a house behind us, but many, many, many of you do. And this would have dealt with that, okay? This little middle piece of this back bed would have dealt with that. So our goal is to have views from windows. And so that's what we're gonna go through in this video here. Is this view that Steph is giving you right now is our view off of our screen porch. So if we sit on the screen porch right here and look out, this is what we're looking at. If we just had a foundation planting, you know, on that side of that patio over there, then we would just be looking out over it into maybe some lawn, maybe whatever, you know, who knows, a house, whatever it is, and not really enjoying the effort that we had put into it. So, I mean, I would rather have nothing up there on that foundation and have my plants out from it, is my point of this video. We were down at Ram and Tom Giberson's house, and this video will be at least a week or so after that video will have gone up. But I showed 3 different views from windows in her garden that showed what they see from their dining room table in that beautiful garden. And I'll put them up here while I'm having this conversation now. And you can see that this garden, you know, this beautifully designed garden, also, if you're standing on the back deck looking out over it, you're standing at windows inside, she intentionally made sure that she gets to enjoy the garden, whether she's in the garden or inside the house as well. And so that's what Steph and I have tried to do here as well. So when we sit on this back porch, you can hear the birds in the background. Hopefully you can hear some of that today. And we see out into our garden and see that the hard work that we've put in. Before I move on and show you a couple of other windows, we also have focal points out here. And so if if the angle is over there, the focal point is definitely going to be that Golden Falls redbud. If it's straight on here, it's going to be the weeping Japanese maple behind me. If it's a little further out, we've got the Golden Oakland holly. There's variegated plants back here. There's hydrangeas back here. There's a lot of color contrast, texture contrast. We have containers on the patio. Usually don't have this many containers. They still haven't found a home yet, but there's always containers here, just not necessarily this many. But you can see what I mean is it's stand inside when you're thinking about your layout, thinking about your design, rather than stand out here and face the house, turn this around and go in your house and look out a window and put those plants that you really loved. That Golden Oakland holly would probably end up, 90% of people that buy that plant will either have it as a foundation or a screening plant out on the edge of their property, or they'll have it on a corner of a foundation right up against the house next to a garage, where the garage attaches to the house and you have some sort of corner where you're trying to get some narrow height. Great use for that plant, right? But you're never gonna see it. Only your neighbors are gonna see it, or when you pull into your driveway and we get to enjoy it, just looking out our windows. I do a lot of consultation work. I do a lot of editing, as you guys know, how many videos we put up on this channel. And that is done in a window right here on the side of the house. And Steph is going to swing around and show you what my actual view is from that window. So as I'm in a consultation or whatever, this is the view. So again, thinking about a long range view, some of these plants do end up on the foundation. They're on the foundation of the screen porch here, and a hydrangea kind of on the house there, but most of this has been done, as just focal points from that window and along this path. And it just happens to line up perfectly where I get to sit and enjoy this. Again, this is another one of those things, rather than I could have stood here and do this design, right? And look around, you know, see what I'm going to put around here. You know, I want to impress this happens to be our back garden, but if it was the front garden, if I'm worried about what neighbors think about it, or worried about what the HOA thinks about it, or whatever, you know, that's a different type of design. This type of design is go in that window where you're going to be sitting, whether it's your dining room or your living room or your, you know, or your office or kitchen, porch, whatever it is, and go, hey, I want to put the focal points right there. Again, you can see that golden Oakland holly way back there in the distance. We have the screening plants here. So we have the screening plants and the foundation plants I'm talking about, but then we have all of this other layered material in here. We have the hosta, where you can get hosta and hydrangeas and calla lilies, where we can get these big giant leaves on things that make kind of a tropical look out here. There's alocasia and cowlicacia and just a lot of large tropical looking leaf things, and combining that with other textures and colors and flowers and foliage color and all of those kinds of things together to create what is kind of a tapestry. And when I look out that window, and you know, especially when the shade starts to fall across this back garden, this is super, super showy. So usually in the afternoon here, when I'm looking out the window, is when this absolutely looks its best. Here's the view from our front window sofa area. So if we turn around while we're watching television and look out the front, this is what we see. You know, we've got a apartment building over here across the street from us, a quintuplex. It's got five apartments in it over there, and you know, they're actually, we're lucky we have great neighbors over there, and so no real issue in needing to screen that, other than I kind of wanted just kind of a protected space here in the front garden. And again, I want to look out the front window. So a couple things before I explain this area a little more. I do consultations, and they're available over on the HortTube.com website. And again, this is one of those things I frequently talk about, is design and consultations. And the other thing is the Learn to Garden video series, where Steph and I both delve into landscape design. Steph spends some time on this. I spend some time on this. We talk about soil prep, how to get started, all the facets of learning to garden. And there's a discount code below this video that may be helpful if you're looking for a starting point, trying to figure out design. I talk a lot about paths and interconnected spaces in the garden, rooms, all those kinds of things. And so does Steph and her design videos as part of that. So moving on. We put this Empress of China dogwood, which is about coming to peak flower here in May, out here. There's a Shasta viburnum out here. There's an Indian hawthorn out here that's tree formed. These are 3 larger pieces, so that when we look out the window there, I can't see up the street. Okay, so I've just kind of contained this space just a little bit more. You know, I can see a little bit through there, but not a whole lot. And so 2 of these 3 things are evergreen. And the other actually does a pretty good job of screening, even when it loses its leaves, the Shasta viburnum there. The other thing is, you would think there's plenty of sun in this front garden, lots of sun. That back garden back there is half a day sun at best. In the sunniest area back there, it's half a day. As you get over there toward the native garden in the back, it's more and more sun. But this front garden, I'm here in the middle of the afternoon, it's still cooking out here. So despite all the sun though, there's absolutely no perennials, or virtually no perennials, up there near the foundation. Normal, kind of what would be considered kind of regular landscaping. You know, you would have the sidewalk coming off the driveway up to the front door. You do some sort of meatball garden across the front foundation there, maybe something taller on a corner there, and then in front of that we'd put maybe a row of perennials or annuals or flowers or that kind of thing. Well, what good would that do me? That window she's filming from is 4.5 feet tall, so that means that I'm only landscaping for people over here, and when I get home and happen to walk up the sidewalk. For me, that's not why I do this. I actually want to enjoy it. I want to look out here. This is a big pollinator garden, and so I want to see the butterflies out here. I want to see the bees out here. I want to see all the activity that's happening. I want to see the hummingbirds that come to this front garden and the side garden and the back garden, and be able to see that from a window and enjoy that. Our hummingbird, I didn't even mention, we have plenty of hummingbird feeding plants out here, but we also have a hummingbird feeder. It happens to be in that red bud in the back garden, and that's another thing I can see while I'm editing or doing landscape consultation or whatever. But when we look out the window, our annual borders are here, our perennial plants are out here. It's a little early in the season right this minute, so not all the perennials are fully up and flowering right this minute, but they're on their way. And again, all season long, we'll be able to look out that window and appreciate it. So that's just a thought that I have, as when you're thinking about landscape design, I tend to think that we just look at it from solving such a basic set of things. Like, I want to hide an electric box. I want to hide a mailbox. I want to hide my foundation. I want to screen a neighbor. And that's kind of like the 4 things that people kind of go for. And I want to have whatever lawn or whatever. And for me, if you're really thinking about how are you going to enjoy it, how are you going to use it in the future, my thought is that at least some portion of the garden should be for you to enjoy while you're in your own house, while you're in your own spaces, while you're having dinner, while you're on your computer, while you're watching TV, whatever it is. Try to find an angle, try to find a window, and look out that window and say, well, I want to paint a painting out there. Okay, and then go find a plant that really is the star attraction, you know, like that Golden Falls redbud back there, or this dogwood, or some sort of thing that's the focal point of that, and then put other fun things around it so that you can sit in your own house and enjoy it outside. So just wanted to do this video because I've spent a little bit of time talking about that in the past, and I talk about it on the Learn to Garden video series, but I haven't really spelled it out in a single video, you know, to garden for you. You know, and paint the picture that you want to see every day, and not the picture that, you know, the people driving by are going to see every day. I think it's an important part of gardening, and to keep it enjoyable for you, to be able to see the things that you've invited into your garden taking place. So thank you guys so much for following along with the channel, and hopefully this helps. Thanks for watching.